All right, so being that it's the second day of the new year, right? And I went to church on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. And, I don't do the whole New Year's resolutions type thing. Kind of feel like, listen, if you want to change something about yourself or you want to reevaluate your life, you do that at any time. You can do that in September. You can do that in March. You can do that whenever you want. You can just wake up one day and be like, hey, I want to change this area of my life, right? But the past few years, I was like, I don't do it, because why wait to this one day that you want to go and reevaluate your life to go make a change, right? But the message that my pastor spoke on was, he was just like, what makes people want to make New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. And he was just like, it's just something about the new year that brings hope, right? It's like, it's a new year, it's a new start, and this is what I'm going to do, right? So for the past few years, I was like, I ain't doing it. And it just so happened that the last few months of 2015, a lot happened. Good, bad, just a lot. I had an opportunity to step back and kind of just like see myself from a different perspective, right? Like it was kind of like I was watching myself not being myself. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense, right? But one thing that I noticed, and that, this one thing that I noticed, I believe is affecting me in multiple areas, right? And until I fix this one particular area, all the other areas around me are going to continue to repeat the same cycle, okay? And this area is, and I realized it before, but I just never really took hold of it, and I kept kind of like brushing it and sweeping it under the rug. But this area is really understanding and seeing the purpose God has for me, right? And I believe there's something higher and more for me, right? I can't see it. I feel it. Other people around me see it, and it's crazy because it's like, I don't know if just anybody can get what I'm saying or what I'm feeling, right? Some people are like, it may not make sense to people, right? And that's okay, because I'm not quite sure that I get it myself, right? It's something that I don't know if I can properly explain. I don't know if I can put the proper words together to explain what I'm feeling. But I believe that God is calling me, right? To go to another level. But me, it's like God keep calling me. It's like, yo, Kels, I need you. All right, you the master level 1. I need you to go to level 2. And I'm like, click. He calling. What up, Kels? I need you to do this. Click. Right? I keep clicking on him. Right? My relationship with him is not going any further. I'm comfortable at level 1. I'm like, yo, I done beat you up. I done conquered this. I'm comfortable here. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And God's like, no, I need you to go to the next level. But I keep clicking on him. Right? Now, I don't know what it is exactly that God, the bigger picture. Of course, I can go to church more often, read the Bible more often, build a stronger relationship between me and him. But there's also something else, right? And somebody mentioned to me missions, right, a few months ago, and I never saw myself doing missions. But honestly, lately, it's kind of been on my heart. It is ironic because Brother Deacon Harold, he used to always tell me, like, yo, when are you gonna do missions? Are you ready for a missions trip and all that stuff? And I was always just like, no. And I was like, I don't see myself going to a different country and doing all this stuff. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. If I'm gonna go to a different country, I'm not gonna do it just to go and help rebuild. I want to go and I want to chill. Realistic, that was my real answer. Lord forgive me. But my mind and my heart wasn't in the right place. But lately, it's been on my mind and on my heart that there are people out there who don't have as much as we have. or as much as I have. And granted, I don't have a whole lot, but guess what? The little bit that I do have, there's somebody else out there wishing they had what I had. You know what I'm saying? So this year, it's not saying it's a New Year's resolution, but this year, I definitely want to grab hold of the purpose that God has for me, the bigger purpose. Not just going to church every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, or doing what I do. It's more than that. And I feel like it's there. You know how you get out of a hot shower and there's steam on the window and you go like this and you see the picture? That's what I need to do with what God's calling me to do, because I'm gonna keep living my life in a fog, because like that's pretty much what it is. I don't see no clear direction of my life. I'm kind of just going through the motions. Good things happen, bad things happen, and it's just like okay, but there's no real guidance, there's no I don't see direction. There's no clarity on what's going on in my life. And I believe that, you know, last few months I've moved out. I've just kind of been trying to get to know who I am, Kelly, like beyond just the hype, like really getting down to knowing me, like spending time with myself and figuring out what is it that I really want out of life, what I want out of a relationship. There's so many things, and I'm not always there yet. I know I have a lot more work to do, but sorry, my throat hurts. But so yeah, I don't want to keep living in a fog. So that's just kind of like where I feel like I'm at. Like I'm ready to just wipe off the mirror and see a clear direction, because for me, the missing piece is that, like, without God and without His guidance and His direction, I believe I'm gonna keep going through this, right? The good, the bad, whatever. Like, it's just okay, this happened, okay, right? But when I believe I have to seek Him, seek His calling, His purpose, and I think that's when everything else will just unravel. Right? And this is just something that I've been really thinking about. And it's just so funny that it happened around the new year. But the past few months, I've been going through a lot. And I noticed that last year I fell off. I grew a lot of areas spiritually, but I also fell off. Like, I allowed myself to just, the beginning of the year, I was all into like reading my Bible, devotionals. I was just listening to the music all the time in the car. Now I barely play, any type of Christian gospel music. I've just like I've made excuses for certain sins that I'm like, it's okay, right? And I'm just like, I can't keep doing that, because God already has it planned out, right? God already has my life planned out, right? It's up to me to actually want to see that go, happen. So people looking at me like I'm crazy, I'm making videos in the car. Yep, I'm crazy. So that's about it. Cause I'll keep talking, and I have some errands to run. So this is the video, and this is something. It always happens when I'm driving and I pull over to the side. I always make car videos. I think this is like where my mind just starts going. Anyway, Happy New Year. Be blessed, guys, and I'll catch up with you guys at another time.